Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Friday, November the 6th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link for the free room. It is 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. And the room is open Mondays to Fridays between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm live on the mic and I share my screen. In the email you're getting, you'll see a link to my homepage. My homepage has a lot of information on it, including how to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas with a promo code that's there. The Trade of the Week link is there. Also webinars and a lot of education links are on my homepage. Also in the email you're getting, you will see a link to sign up for our test drive. The test drive starts on Monday and it goes from November the 9th, which is Monday, to the 20th, which is the following Friday. For $8.99, you'll have access to our full premium service, and yes, including the AI Holly. If you are a standard subscriber, you can also take part in it. It will cost the $8.99, but we'll upgrade you to the premium service for those 2 trading weeks. Wow, what a day for the AI. Speaking about the AI, and a lot of this, I call this is somewhat political, because if you know what's going on with the U.S. elections and with marijuana, cannabis, there's a movement afoot that maybe, if the Democrats do get in, that marijuana will be decriminalized. Plus, there were a number of states. I guess they had initiatives that were voted on Tuesday, and a number of states legalized marijuana. So consequently, we've had just a tremendous run in the marijuana stocks. Take a look at the index. MJ is the index ETF, and that's not giving it its full due. Look at the daily chart for it. Last couple of days, as it looks like maybe the Democrats will be elected. So it's had a tremendous run. And now let's take a look at the AI and what it did with those. Look at. I want to back this out just a little bit, make sure I don't lose the chart when I click. I don't think I will. There we go. So look at ACB. All right, so ACB, there was the alert at 9:51. Now I want to point out a fact, something to you. Notice where the AI got out of that trade. And the AI got out because, and I always call this kind of an artificial reason. It's a target, but what does that really mean? What that really means is that all the AI strategies are optimized for certain time holds, targets. Of course, the stops are there. But when you get an alert from from a strategy, I would be trading the alert on its own merits. Okay, so you see, it got out of the trade at 10:06. Why would you get out of that trade right here? Okay, listen, we didn't know it was going to do this, but it was trading very, very well. And it got out at 10:06 because of this target, okay? And it kept moving and moving and moving, so I think you're doing yourself a disservice. A lot of people are looking to auto trade the whole thing, and I'm saying, well, if you want to maybe take a stab at auto trading the entries, but I would be managing the exits. Look at CRON, same thing. 717, why would you get out at 758? Now, this was a little more choppy, but, it did get up to 786. I'll give you that it was a little more choppy, but maybe you take out a little bit. With the marijuana stocks being so strong, I would not be out of, these in their entirety. And, look what CRON has done. It's not just on the upside, though, too. Look at the downside. This is tremendous. And where did it exit? 2282? Again, this is a target. Why would you get out of a short if you got in anywhere close to this 2432? Why would you get out here when the trade is still working really, really well? Okay, so all I'm trying to point out is that I use this like a watch list. And, it's one of those things that I know people are really wanting to completely auto trade everything, but I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you have to watch a trade, see how it's trading, and there's no reason that you would have got out of this trade right here. So but the AI just had a spectacular day, and hopefully we have 2 weeks like that during our test drive. I also want to show you, this is something that I have been in and out of, and I'm still, So if you've been in the room for the last little while, I mean, you know that the China EV stocks like NIO, well, in fact, I better, no, even the weekly chart is stunning on these things. So there's NIO, there's LI, and then there's XPEV. Okay, so actually you should look at the data because these were more recent IPOs. That's why they don't look quite as dramatic. But anyway, the bottom line is that, you know, those China auto stocks, those EV China stocks have been just on a tear. Okay, so I kept talking about Candy, KNDI, and you know it really has lagged. I mean, here is Candy, but look at, I mean, those other ones are all-time highs. You know, I mean, I don't know if this is an all-time high for Candy. I think what happened is they had a symbol name change. This looks like an IPO that started here, but it isn't. So they had a symbol name change. But this one has a lot of room that it could keep running. So why was I interested in it? Well, again, because it seemed to be lagging the other China auto stocks, and it has a lower float. It only has 39 million in the float. You know, contrast that to NIO, which has 1 billion shares in the float. I think LI has 61 million, and the XPEV has 81 million. So Candy had a lot fewer shares in the float, and also it did have some news a couple of days ago that the EP, I'm not sure, I can't remember now if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, probably was 2 days ago, that the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, has okayed the sale of that automobile in the United States. So obviously that's big news. And it's a relatively inexpensive EV. I think somebody was saying it's about $17,000. Okay, and there's even a tax credit that is available. So I looked at all this, and I thought, you know what? Maybe this is just lagging. And so I decided I'm trading in and out of it. I am maybe looking at this as a longer term hold at some point, but this has been a nice trade for me so far. Now, listen, I don't want to compare the other ones to this in terms of the pedigree, because those other ones were all IPOs and they probably have some major banks behind them. This one does not. Okay, so I mean, I obviously want to point that out for those of you hearing me talk and saying, well, wait a minute, Barry, I mean, this is not the same type of company as the other ones. So I absolutely give you that. But this is just, me thinking, well, maybe it can kind of catch up a little bit to the other ones based on the float and based on the news that they're allowed to sell their cars in the U.S. So that's that's why I was kind of all over this trade. Okay, guys, I want to get back into the room, so I'm going to shut this down. If you have any questions for me, bring back the capture program. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. And again, the link for the room. Take the test drive, all right? $8.99. You'll have access to our full premium service. You'll have access to the AI, everything for those 2 trading weeks starting on Monday. You'll start getting data Monday morning at 7 o'clock Eastern time. That's when we start getting our data. So have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you Monday morning. Bye-bye.